This is The Toss-Up, where we take a look at some of the topics facing the world of college sports and give a little bit of the history behind some of them. We're not trying to change your mind. We just want to dive deeper into the topics that keep you tuned in to the teams you love. The NCAA is under attack, and for many college sports fans, this is rightfully so. They feel the organization has too much power and that it exploits the talents of a few while making millions of dollars in profits from those very same few. Take the case of Ben Simmons, who is now in the NBA. A documentary recently released on Showtime takes a direct shot at the NCAA and a perception that it forces players to attend college while waiting for their year of eligibility to the NBA draft. The only problem with that stance is it's not the NCAA's policy that determines the path of any athlete to the professional ranks. Those policies are set by the professional leagues. To help you understand a few things about the present, let me take you back to the 1800s, when a railroad company paid the rowing teams from Harvard and Yale to compete in a regatta, a competition that still exists today. The sponsor covered the travel expenses for the teams, as well as lodging and even equipment. By the time the NCAA formed in the 1900s, college teams had began paying professional athletes to play on their teams. Those players, called ringers, had no dedication to any school and often traveled from school to school each week just to get paid, which is the main reason why the NCAA bans paying players to this day, because some teams were given an unfair advantage simply because they could pay their players more. Now, yes, NCAA bylaws do allow some students to receive earned money in some sports, such as swimming, but for the most part, the idea of amateurism means that no student athlete receives financial payment for the option to play a sport. Now, yes, schools make millions of dollars, and the NCAA tried to rein this in during most of their existence, but a case in 1984 from the University of Oklahoma and the University of Georgia marked the first case limiting the ability of the NCAA to prevent schools from making money, mainly by broadcasting their own games. In addition to that, the courts decided that the NCAA could not control spending on facilities and coaching because those would be violations of antitrust laws. It would also be irresponsible of me to not remind you that the only power the NCAA holds is what its member schools grant.